Every time you say, "I'll do it later," one part of you believes it, and the other part already knows you won't. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start today," and quietly didn't? There is a conflict within you, not obvious, not dramatic, but persistent. One part of you wants to move forward, to build something meaningful, to become someone better. But another part keeps choosing delay. And more often than not, that part wins. This is where procrastination becomes dangerous. Not because of lost time, but because of what it does to your relationship with yourself. Every delay is not just postponed work. It is a promise. You are slowly learning to break. And the most unsettling part is, it doesn't feel destructive. It feels normal. It feels like, "I'll do it later." But that one sentence is where everything begins to slip. Because every time you delay a task, you are not just delaying effort. You are conditioning your mind. You are teaching it that discomfort is something to step away from, not something to move through. Behavioral scientist Timothy A. Pychyl explains that procrastination is not a time issue. It is an emotional regulation strategy. You are not avoiding the task. You are avoiding what the task makes you feel. The uncertainty, the pressure, the possibility of failure, or sometimes the quiet fear that even if you try it, still might not feel enough. So the mind does something precise. The mind steps in, not abruptly, but with calculated subtlety, redirecting you before you fully realize what just happened. It replaces meaningful effort with manageable comfort. Scrolling, watching, planning, things that feel productive but require no real risk. And in that moment, you feel relief. Not because anything improved, but because you escaped. Psychologist B.F. Skinner demonstrated that behaviors followed by immediate relief are reinforced rapidly, which means your brain is learning this pattern faster than your intentions can correct it. Avoid, distract, repeat, and slowly, without any clear signal or warning, a subtle reconfiguration begins within you. So quiet that you only recognize it after it has already taken shape. Your tolerance for discomfort shrinks. Your focus becomes fragile. Your ability to begin starts fading. Until one day you are not avoiding difficult things. You are avoiding even simple ones. That is the real cost. Not missed deadlines. Not unfinished tasks. But a weakened capacity to engage with life fully. And something even deeper begins to erode. Trust. You say you'll start, but you don't. Again and again. Until your own words stop carrying weight. And when that happens, discipline is no longer the problem. Self-belief is. Because once you stop trusting yourself, even simple actions begin to feel heavier. Not because they are difficult, but because a part of you no longer believes. You will follow through. So the solution is not to push harder, not to wait for motivation. It is to rebuild trust in a way your mind can accept. The next time you find yourself hesitating, don't rush past it. Stay there for a moment. not to criticize, but to observe with precision. Then ask yourself, what discomfort am I stepping away from right now? Because the moment you articulate the feeling, it stops operating from the shadows and begins to loosen its hold on you. The second shift is simple but not easy. You reduce the scale of action, not the importance, just the entry point. Author James Clear emphasizes that behavior change becomes possible when the starting point feels accessible. So instead of saying, I need to do everything, you say, I'll just begin. 1 sentence, 2 minutes. A single step. Because starting is not about progress. It is about interrupting the pattern. The third shift is deeper. Stop waiting for clarity. Clarity is not found in thinking. It is revealed in movement. Psychologist Albert Bandura found that confidence is built through action, not before it. So instead of asking, do I feel ready? Ask, am I willing to move despite not feeling ready? Because action changes your state, and your state changes your behavior. Another shift protects your focus deliberately, because your environment is shaping your behavior more than your intentions ever will. If distractions are easy, avoidance becomes automatic. So remove friction from what matters, and add friction to what distracts you. Make starting easier, make escaping harder, and finally understand this clearly. Every time you act despite resistance, you are not just completing a task. You are rewriting identity. You are proving to yourself, I am someone who follows through. And that belief is far more powerful than motivation. So the real question is not, what should I do? It is, will you continue repeating this pattern? Or interrupt it today? Change doesn't begin with intensity. It begins with honesty, with seeing clearly what you've been unconsciously repeating, and choosing, even in a small way, to respond differently. And if this made you pause, if somewhere in this you recognized your own patterns, then something has already shifted. Stay with that awareness. Don't rush away from it. If you have stayed this far, it probably means you are someone who wants to understand life a little more deeply. And if you want to keep understanding how your mind works at a deeper level, you may find this channel a quiet place worth returning to. You are always welcome here. Because sometimes the smallest shift in how you respond to a single moment quietly changes the direction of your entire life.